Welcome to my channel. I started my morning off with a nice black cup of coffee. Later on in the afternoon, I went to go see American Fiction with my boyfriend. Definitely a 15 out of 10. Like, a great movie. Highly recommend. Go see it. Ended up going to the nail shop, and this is the set that I got. I got this brown French, and I was in love. It is beautiful. I just woke up from my nap, so if my voice is a little raspy, you already know why. Drank some water because they lifted the little boil water advisory when I woke up. So drank some water, drank my protein. I'm about to go to the store, 2 different stores for some things that I need to pick up for my house. And then the first store, I'm definitely probably going to go ahead and get a C4 so that I'm drinking it around the store so that by the time I finish running those errands, I can drop the stuff off at my house and then go to the gym. It is probably around 6:15 right now. That means I'm hoping I can get to the gym around 7. When it's too busy at the gym, I just like because you know it be too many people, and if you can't get on the equipment, it's really no fun. So if you know, you know. So I like to go when it's dead. And pushing on that 8 o'clock, definitely dead, unless I'm speaking too soon. But even if it's not, I have no choice. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so just came from the gym. I had a really good workout. I ended up going by the store, got some cleaning supplies because I'm supposed to be cleaning up tomorrow. I was gonna wash my hair and braid it, but then I realized it was like 11 o'clock when I left the grocery store. They was closing. I'm like, So I'm gonna rather just go to sleep. I'm just eat, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna wash my hair tomorrow. I love my C4s before a workout. It keeps my body going, and it allows me to have a very productive workout without me actually getting tired. I had a wax appointment this day, so I went to my wax appointment. I usually try to get my wax appointment in every 3 weeks just because that's what I prefer. So me and my boyfriend ended up going on this like energy tour. It was 10 out of 10. We had great vibes. So the next morning, of course, I love sushi. Ended up getting this mother roll, and when I say it was so filling, I probably still had about 6 rolls left to actually take home. And then of course Bae got some sushi too. I received 2 new work outfits. One was a 2-piece. It was white. It was studded. The second outfit was red, more like a velvet material, and it was a slingshot. We ended up going to paint. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun painting. We're not artistic at all, but it was so fun. We got to bring wine, a lot of teamwork. He's helping me, I'm helping him. This is how our piece turned out. It turned out great. And you know, he can keep one in his house, I keep one in my house, and we can always think about each other. So we ended up going to the gym the next day. I had a really good workout. He had a good workout. This is his setup. I ended up having to go home to wash my hair. Yeah, I ended up cutting my ends of like all my hair, and I'm no professional. I just know my mama taught me when I was younger how to cut my own ends. And now that I actually cut it, I realized I needed to really cut it. And when I was in my boyfriend's house, when I say dog hair, like it looks, my hair is everywhere. My hair has been shedding. My hair is everywhere in the tub. So it's like I really needed to trim my ends after I took my last wig off. But you know, it's kind of like your past. You be so stuck. No. Because I was like, dang, you know, my hair grew so much. But it's like, hair grows back. You need to keep that same hair growing. The only way you can keep it growing is by what? Clipping it. Just like life, the only way you can keep growing is by cutting off bad habits, bad people, bad mindset, all that negativity. So actually, I'm in love. Yeah, I am in love. Let me tell you what. So you see how my hair is in layers? I had actually forgot, because I had needed to trim my ends so bad. I had forgot that originally my hair was already in layers before, and I have so many videos where, so many pictures from like a minute ago when I was looking the other day, and I was like, oh, I love when my hair was like that. But I had liked how it got long and how my curls was like coming down like to my chin. But it's like, even when I bring it down from each side, it still goes to my chin. But of course I'm gonna have to give me some clips and, you know, stretch it out. but my hair is much healthier. You can see when I say cut off all that dead weight, it's just curls. I'm sure that I could clip a little bit more, but I'd rather underclip than overclip. Like I said, I'm no professional, but I've been so sexy with my twist. So sexy, so sexy. Yeah, yeah. My boo love my little twist. I love my little twist. I'm actually gonna put a little heat on them, but I'm so excited. And it's that y'all, I was watching this sermon today and Pastor Keon was like, yeah, you know, y'all be bragging about having curly hair. Okay, side note, he wasn't talking about curly hair. It was a little joke because he liked to do a little jokey joke. He was like, y'all be in here talking about y'all got curly hair, this is in the third. He said, just because your grandmama got with somebody from Louisiana, no for real, no for real. I said, he better praise. Nah, look, it's the, yeah, I actually had did it different this time because I usually do just a row of 3 in the back if you watch my other videos, and then I'll just do 2 braids, 2 thick braids. I think I had ended up doing like 3 braids going down, and then originally I make all of the ones in the front fat and juicy too, but because I just cut it, I ended up making them a little smaller because I'm going for more definition when I take it down. I really don't care about no length. I care about the curls because my last braid I really didn't like it. If you have not seen it, it's like how to do a 4B, 4C natural hair braid out. It was okay, but I think that it did not look the way I wanted it to because you could tell in the video that I needed my ends clipped. And I've been holding on, and just holding strong, like for no reason. So just to comb it is giving me, you know, curls go loco. Let me show you. So of course I love my little detangling brush. So y'all, when I was combing it, we gotta go down slow. This is so thick. It's so thick. So thick, so thick. Yeah, the way that I can tell that I did cut enough is because it's so thick, y'all. By the time I had brought my hand down, let me show you. There's like no see-through because I can't see through it. It was so much see-through, y'all. When I say a big ball of hair, I'm like, no, for real. But when I take it down, I'm gonna feel like, what you say your name was? But y'all, let me finish this little piece and we finna go write in my journal, and then I'm gonna probably dry my hair a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back, put a little oil on it, put a little mousse on it, put a little, when I say I am loving the fact that I clipped my ends because I had just got a wig, but we might not do the wig because I already know once I put a wig in, it's like it hurts so bad to get my hair braided that I'm gonna have the wig. I'm gonna have my hair braided at least 2 to 3 months, and it's like seeing these little, and even if it is giving Babiana, you know, which it ain't when I stretch it, it's still a B right here. It really just looked like how it used to look when I was like about 16, 17. Yeah, about a year, about 2 years. Look like my hair about 2 years ago. But let's go finish this and then go journal. Change of plans. I wanted to add to my gratitude jar because there is just so much to be grateful for. If you woke up this morning, be grateful. If you can walk, you got your family, you safe, roof over your head, shoes on your feet. When I say it's the small things, you do not have to write it in a jar like I do, but sometimes, you know, you can open it up and look at it. You could just say these things once a day, twice a day, a few times a week. You cannot receive things if you are not already grateful for the things that you have. I went to Chipotle and got me a rice bowl with just chicken, steak, lettuce, all the sauces, cheese, and it was wonderful. Okay, so I ended up styling my hair like this, y'all. I didn't stretch it last night. I just slept like this, if I'm being honest with y'all. Currently downtown, you know, 201 Poplar, because it's nothing but trash down here. But yeah, so basically got me some good news in court today. Basically finna get my shit expunged. What you mean? After about 2 years. But I'm just glad I can get all this out the way. I'm about to go to Walgreens to get my passport picture taken. They just said no hair over your ears, no white shirt, make sure you can see your face. And baby, this is surely a face to see. I'm loving this. Yeah, I'm loving it. And then I'm gonna go to the postal store to go get my form, and then I'm gonna probably go work out. So I actually had me a really good morning, because good news is good news and no news is always good news, and bad news can always change to good news. So it's never as bad as it could be. It can always be worse than what it is. I have learned that. So you just gotta be appreciative. I got me some really good sleep last night, y'all. Like I said, I was sleeping on my face, trying to let some of my hair air dry. It did air dry good, but I was just moving around. I was hungry, went to Chipotle, ended up leaving Chipotle, still got half my Chipotle, but they're doing some work on my apartment right now, and it's gonna be like chemicals everywhere, and the way my asthma's set up, I'm like, So I'm supposed to be going somewhere later on, so I decided to go ahead and have me a really productive day. I think the first place I'm gonna go to is the bank, put some cash in the bank, and then I'm going to go to get my picture taken at Walgreens, and then I'm going to go to the postal office. I probably do not go to the postal office by my house, because it's by my house, but it's 20 minutes away. So I may go to the postal office before I even go to Walgreens, just to go ahead and get the little paperwork for my passport. But when I say traffic on the way up here, y'all, was so thick. It was so thick, and I literally reared off on an exit and just took the road to go downtown. My GPS ended up rerouting me, because I was like, I cannot. If I'm late to court, warrant for your arrest so quick, like not showing up, like they feel like you're supposed to be responsible. And I left my house at 7:50. Court is at 9. It was still almost 5 minutes late. I was 5 minutes. I had just got there 5 minutes before, but I was almost 5 minutes late. That's how thick traffic be in the morning time, which is crazy, because they be talking about like 5 o'clock traffic in Memphis. No, ma'am. 8 o'clock traffic in Memphis. 7 a.m. traffic in 7 to 9 in Memphis is kind of like going to a busy city. And Memphis ain't even busy. It's just small. It's not busy. It's small. It's not big at all. So on my way to court, you know, I'm looking at all these different cars, looking at, you know, how all these cars are different. Some cars are better than others, and I was like, that's really how we are as people. Like, that's how life is. Let me elaborate. For example, it's a Tesla in front of me, right? But then here go a Toyota, and then here go a BMW. Even though this Toyota is a good, reliable car, and the maintenance on it is cheaper than the BMW gives a person more confidence. It costs more, and the maintenance costs more. But this Tesla, it's more eco-friendly. See, they hitting the brakes if y'all see the camera moving. This Tesla is more, you know, eco-friendly. You know, it's ahead of our time. But then, you know, we got all these different signs, and whether a person take the signs or not. Like, for example, me, I'm in traffic, and I knew, my bad, y'all. It's a lot going on. My bad. Yeah, I was in traffic, and I just knew that there was no way I was going to get where I was at if I stayed in the same traffic and in these same lanes that all these other cars are in. So, you know what I did? I took a detour and went, and I got where I needed to go exactly when I needed to be where I needed to be. So, for example, you know, instead of following what everybody else do, or, you know, feeling like, dang, this is where I'm supposed to be. No, if where you are supposed to be, if you think that, quote unquote, if I would have thought that me staying in traffic this morning because everybody else is in traffic and it makes more sense to go in traffic, I didn't feel like taking the road because of all the lights. But I mean, if I have a few more stops, but I get to my destination on time, what's the problem? But the freeway is just the freeway. But everybody want to take the freeway. Everybody want it. Why? Because it's easy. There's no lights. You just switching lanes. You know, you're looking out. No. That's how life is. Everybody wants to take the same little route, the same routine. Everybody want to be like everybody else. Everybody be so scared to go on their own little detour, their own little route. When, you know, you would have missed, I would have been late to court or missed my court date if I would have stayed on the expressway, because I'm trying to be like everybody else. Because there is no reason for me to be sitting in traffic for 40 extra minutes, 30 extra minutes, just because, oh, I'm too scared to take a detour. There's other exits I could take. Just like there are other exits that everybody else could take. You know, there's not, when they made the maps, there was not just one way to get one way. There's always a way. It's like that with life. There's not just one way to do things. There's multiple ways to do things. You can have a destiny, have a purpose, have somewhere you gotta be, have something you gotta do, and I may take 15 lights, meaning I may stop 15 times, but I'm gonna get there when it's meant for me to get there on time. Or either I could be living in the fast lane. I'm driving in the fast lane. I could be living in the fast lane and I could just be like, well, you know, I'd rather be late, and if I miss it, I miss it. Meaning if I miss my mark, or if I miss my purpose, or if I miss what I'm supposed to be doing, or if I miss being at the right place at the wrong time, that's a risk. Just like I'm risking taking a detour, and I'm risking my patience, because it's like, oh, on a detour, I'm more likely to get, when I hit them lights, I was going probably 55 in a 45. I was more likely to get a ticket. You know, I'm driving more fast. Oh my God. I'm driving more fast. God forgive me for putting your name in vain. I was driving more fast. I'm constantly hitting lights. People are driving slow because they don't have anywhere to be. When I'm driving on my regular little roads, baby, I have nowhere I have to be. Nowhere. You can go around me, do whatever, because if you're in a rush, take the expressway. Sometimes being in a rush ain't the best way to do it. Sometimes take the road, you know, take the street lights, stop, hit the green light, stop, get you somewhere to eat, because if it's meant for you to be somewhere, that's where you're going to be. There's never a, oh my God, I missed it. No, you didn't. I used to think like, oh, I missed it. I missed out on this. No, you ain't missed out on nothing. Anything that you missed out on was not for you to miss out on. When it's time for you to do so, you will. When it's time for you to see so, you will. When it's time for you to go here, you know, see this, see that, experience this, you will. You be people, including me. I used to think, now I don't. I feel like God always puts me at the right place at the right time, and there's a time and place for everything, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, exactly when I'm supposed to be there. And if I wasn't there, I was not supposed to be there, and if I was supposed to be there, I was gonna be there. And if when I got there, it didn't work out, that's fine. I was still supposed to be there, but I'm not gonna get all in my feelings about like, oh, it didn't work out. Everything is not gonna work out. I had to get rid of that mindset of everything is gonna work out. Everything is not gonna always work out. In the long run, it will, but at the time being, no, it's not. Because I just could not understand how I left the house at 7:50 and was still almost 5 minutes late. I just could not, I'm like, what? But it's that eagerness of, you had enough common sense to choose to take a detour. Because if you would have sat in that line, I wouldn't even be able to make this video right now. I would have got a call from my lawyer saying, hey, listen, don't drive your car. You got a warrant out for your arrest. Woo, you know. They're gonna be looking for you. If you would like to appeal it, give me an extra $200-300, and yeah, don't drive your car. I have to drive my car. I have to do things. I mean, why? Just because I chose to not take a risk? So sometimes when you think, oh, something is risky, no risk, no reward. Okay, I learned that a long time ago. Would you rather be just set in your ways and be stuck because you comfortable? That being comfortable stuff, like Future said, never get too comfortable. There's always room for improvement. There's always something else you could be doing, because like I be saying, if you die tomorrow, you're gonna feel like, wow, I wish I would have lived my last day doing this. Why does it take you dying tomorrow or find out you got 5 months to live for you to want to do this, do that, talk to this time? Man, forget all that. Honestly, forget it all. Try to be intentional. And that's what I've been practicing lately. Being more intentional with myself, with the people around me, with my thoughts, how I'm feeling. Being more intentional with my time. Just, I want every day when I go home for me to be like, it was a good day. And just because something doesn't happen my way, that does not mean it still was not a good day, because I've been having amazing days lately because I understand that I'm not in control. I have not tried to control anything in a few months. In about 3 months, I have not been trying to control nothing. I give everything to God. I just pray and God controls it, you know. I'm just sitting in the boat and He's driving. He ain't even driving. God is the water. He decides how things flow. You know what I mean? Like, and to be so ignorant to think or overwhelm yourself thinking like, oh, I can control this person, I can control this, no, you cannot. The only thing you can control is how you think and some of the things that you do. And even sometimes decisions that you make are out of your control, because then you have to make the decision that's best for somebody else rather than what's best for you. But that's still a choice, because you can either sacrifice or you can do what's in your control. So, and then it's kind of like comparison. You know how, like, let's say you in a Honda, right? Or let's say, you know, you in a Toyota, and you see a Charger, you see a Hellcat, you see a Tesla, you see a Lamborghini, you see a Maserati. You like, oh, I wish that was me. I wish that. No, you don't, because if you were supposed to have that Hellcat, that Maserati, that Lamborghini, if you were supposed to have it, trust me, God would give it to you if you were supposed to have it. So, like, longing for something, like, you know, what's the word? Craving something that you don't have is like, wow. Because if you were ready to have it, you would have it. So maybe God knows you're not ready yet. And that's why I be telling y'all, wait. I know you be like, oh, it's hard to wait, baby. Everybody has to wait. Everybody. Like I said, everybody has to wait. You know, if we all got put in a line and got cut or stabbed, we all gonna bleed red. Why? Because we're all the same. Everybody gotta wait. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care about how much money you got, how good your body is, how good your sex is. I don't care how many PhDs you got. I don't care how many kids you got. I don't care if you do this, you do that. At the end of the day, when you get put in that coffin, baby, you're gonna turn into bones and dust, okay? You're no better than nobody else. And realizing that is very humbling. I had to realize that a while ago. Like, you're really nobody is what I had to realize. I'm one of one, meaning trying to compare myself to somebody or thinking that anybody is like me. No, I used to get offended when people would copy me or people would try to be like me, and it would really get on my skin. But it's kind of like, even if I gave you my life and you put on my clothes, you got, you know, you tried to just fake it, you could never be me. And I would never want to be you. And just waking up in the morning realizing that nobody could be you and you would never want to be them should just be a beautiful, you should make peace with that. That's a beautiful thing. For you to just love your life enough to know, okay, this is my life. Why would I want to have anybody else's life? And the problem is comparison, social media. Y'all, when I say, like, watching people all the time wanting to have their life, no. Don't. Because when I say, them folks be lying. You look at somebody and you think one thing and it never be what you think. And if you spend all that same energy worried about you instead of comparing your Toyota to a Maserati, instead of comparing your Honda to a BMW, instead of comparing your, you know, instead of comparing yourself to something that's you think more appealing to you or better than you, it's not better than you. Trust me, it still comes with a Honda. Listen, a Honda and a Honda or a Toyota, the only difference between it and like a Maserati or a Lamborghini is what? Is what? Somebody tell me in the comments. I mean, yeah, you may think, oh, it costs more. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to depreciate. Just like our bodies. At the end of the day, we all going to the grave. For one. For two, at the end of the day, it all got to have a motor, an engine, an oil change. You got to put gas in it. Okay, if it's a Tesla, you're trying to be funny. See, if you ever get on my channel and I'm talking and you know how people just be like, oh, well, what about this? Then you're probably watching the wrong channel, because when I say things to make these analogies and somebody just be like, oh, well, what, you know, you're just, don't be cute. You know, that's ignorant, because you know, people should understand exactly what I'm saying. And if you don't, you need to go watch, I don't know, Yo Gabba Gabba or something. Go watch something a little bit more childlike. because certain conversations that I have are for people with they're a little bit more up to speed. You know, they don't ride a short yellow bus, if that makes sense. Yeah, and it's kind of like, even though you may see all these cars ride on the same road, meaning that you may see people who are doing better than you, or she may look like this, he may look like this. Baby, they walk the same grounds you walk. They go to the same stores you go to. They breathe the same air you go to. What is there to envy? If anything, seeing somebody doing better than you, or seeing somebody, oh, they got this car, they got this house, they got this job, their body look like this, it should just motivate you. Trying to compete and compare, no. And when you realize, like I'm always saying, I had to wake up and realize, baby, I'm in a box by myself. Like, I'm in my own category. I am one of one. There's no, ooh, 1 in a million. No, I am one of one. Like, there's no competing, because it's just me. It's just me. Meaning, I can appreciate that other people are, oh my God, oh my gosh, I like your car. Oh my gosh, I like this. Oh, I like your this. Like, I can appreciate the good qualities of somebody without being envious, negative, rude. I'm not that type. There's nothing to hate on, because I don't want it. If it was for me to have, I would have it. And maybe some things I don't have because God knows I'm not ready for it. Or because when it's mine, it's going to be much bigger than what people have seen. So why be envious, or why try to be like, oh, I wish you wishing on something, man. If you had it, then you wouldn't appreciate it. So then you meet these people who have all these nice things, and they, they're famous, and they feel like this is regular. This ain't nothing. What? It ain't nothing to you because you're so used to it. So when you compliment people, or when you compliment me like, oh my gosh, I like your so-and-so. Let's say you tell a millionaire like, oh, I like your Maserati. He's like, oh, thanks. It ain't nothing to him. He drive it every day. He look at it every day. To you, it's like, oh man, that's the physical. Baby, when I say, if the world burned down today, it's gone. Well, what use is it? Let me put my money in the bank, y'all, and get back out here. And then personally, I've been learning the best type of self-love is just focusing on yourself. I'm not saying being selfish, but it's kind of like everything that pertains to you in your life. Meaning, while you worried about so-and-so and so-and-so and her husband, her man, and her family, and what she do for a living, and how it's so wrong, and how she dress, and how she talk, how she walk, you so worried about somebody else. Put your hand down in your pants and smell it, and make sure that you got your S together. Make sure you got yourself is together. Half these women sitting out here smelling like a bag of Doritos and fish. And you worried about somebody else. Half y'all don't even go to the doctor to get a checkup, but you be worried about the next female. It tripped me out. Just like these men always have so much to say about women this, women that. Listen, maybe if you just worried about yourself, you wouldn't even have time to focus on other people. You wouldn't. And I learned, instead of me being on Instagram or Snapchat looking at people's lives, I don't care about nobody's life but mine. Trust me. I deleted my Snapchat, deleted my TikTok. I'm keeping my Instagram because me and my best friend send memes on there. But other than that, it's like, for what? Be on there for what? To watch somebody's life? Nobody's life is important to me but mine, because, or people that are in my life, yes. Like my subscribers, yes. Don't get my words misconstrued. I'm trying to say that all the time that I could be focusing on appreciating my life, because like somebody told me, and it made a lot of sense, there were 1,000 sperms when your mom and daddy had sex, but it had to hit that one which made you. So imagine you're complaining about your life. If that sperm would have hit another egg, trust me, your altar, whoever you would have been, is probably a kick in, he making the best out of it, because you could have been dead, but you're not. You could have had, your parents could have had a childbirth. What is it called? A child death? A still death. Your parents could have had a still death. where you come out, they hold you for 9 months, you come out, but you're dead. So you're sitting over here complaining and stressing. Baby, if it stresses me out, I just don't want to deal with it. And I wouldn't say that I'm avoiding, but I pray about it, give it to God, and I let it go. Because God did not put me on this earth to be stressing about anything, worried about anything, constantly overwhelmed. Sometimes I have my moments where I do get overwhelmed and I have to pray about it or I have to vent. But other than that, once I say I'm done with something, I throw it up. I'm not finna, because when you keep talking about it, keep doing it, baby, you're fueling new energy. By the time you use all of that energy, to sit over here and talk about negative stuff, worry about other people, what she doing, what he doing, where he at, look what she wearing, look at her body, she doing this, she doing that, she ain't doing this, she ain't doing that. You so worried about that, but you ain't got all your ducks in a row. If you got all your ducks in a row, let me tell you something. You would have a relationship with God. You would have a healthy relationship with your parents, with your kids. You would have a healthy work environment. You would have your fitness and your health together, mentally and physically, not just eating. You know, you'd be having healthy hobbies. You'll be, every day when you wake up, have you ever met those people? You see them in the store, they're like, hey, how you doing? You wondering why they so happy. They're so happy because they understand this is a very short life. Life is a short life. Everybody on Instagram, everybody on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, it's like struggling and feeling sad is a movement. Oh, there ain't no movement over here. Let me tell you something. That is very demonic, okay? I get that some people, they have like, oh my God, I'm just sad. That is demonic, okay? Because if you really was using all that sadness and just putting that weight and telling God how you felt, he would lift it all up. You sitting over here just sitting in it, blaming somebody, not being accountable for it, not actually taking it on head on, feeling like somebody's just gonna come save you. Ain't nobody gonna come save you or help you but God. Let me just say that. And I'm just saying that just to really, because I've been there, done that. That playing victim, that victim mentality. At this point, I don't hang around nobody like that. That victim mentality, like, oh, the world has just messed me up so bad. This is and the third. Ain't nobody a good person. There are good people out there, but if you don't know what a good person is, you won't attract a good person. Just like if you're sitting over here and you feel like, man, I keep meeting these people and they always do me wrong. No, the type of people that you choose do you wrong, because you choose these type of people who do you wrong. Because, you know, it's natural to you. It's okay. I used to be so blind to so many people, things, places. I used to be so blind to it, thinking like, okay, this is what life is. No. So that's why my mindset lately has been, if I don't want to be there, I don't have to be there. I don't have to be nowhere I don't want to be, point blank, period. I'll be exactly where I want to be, where I feel like being, and where God put me. And if I want to be somewhere and God don't let me go or be there, that's because God don't want me there. And if God didn't want me here, I wouldn't have woke up this morning. That vlog that I've been doing would have never came out, because you know what? God would have said, nah, you know what? She done did enough. I don't need her. Let me get somebody who can step in and actually do what they're supposed to do in this world, instead of complaining, instead of working yourself to death. Y'all, when I say I have totally changed my priorities, that whole hustle, no. No, let me tell you something. God wants you to work hard. God did not put me on this earth to eat, sleep, and work. God put me on this earth to appreciate life, see the beauty in life, appreciate the things that he made and did, and, you know, to meet people and help people feel better, talk to people, you know, interact with people, talk. We're supposed to be on this earth to talk. Otherwise, he would have put everybody on their own little world by themselves. If we were just supposed to be by ourselves, it would just be you and just y'all little group of family, 3 or 4 y'all on your own planet. Trust me, God has enough resources to give everybody their own planet. If you think he don't, we're supposed to be, so for everybody to be cruel to each other online, everybody to be rude online, everybody to be nasty, you talking about this person, all this drama, just demons, because there's no way you think it's okay. At this point, I'm starting to get to the point in my life, I do not like drama. I don't like drama. Like drama, chaos, negativity is starting to make me very uncomfortable. And when I get that uncomfortable feeling, I gotta go. I got to go. I don't care if me and my man are somewhere and somebody get to arguing. I'm like, babe, we gotta go. He's like, what? We have to go now. I'm not putting up with it. I don't care if they're 5 tables over. I don't want that energy. I don't, the frequency. If you have not seen what I talk about frequency, baby, I got to talk about frequency on a whole nother video. Frequency. What you are around, what you listen to, the people you hanging around, frequency. You sitting over here hanging around all this complaining. You got legs and you complaining. You got a breath. You ain't on no oxygen tank. You ain't on no wheelchair. You know, you got your family. You can breathe. You have a car. You got a place to lay your head. You ain't getting beat all night. Man. And I'm sure that there are some people who are. So don't try to be cute and get on here like, oh, well, I am in a wheelchair. I do get beat every night. You know what? But you living. You're living. Because when people be like, oh, I would rather be dead. I can't wait till I die, boy. You say that. And trust me, God gonna make a believer out of you, because the world we live in is short. Even if you live 80 years, that's short, baby. God lived from eternity to eternity. Meaning, God will forever be here. Lifetimes. Remember when we was all in, social studies class, they talking about 400 BC, 400 AC, all this. Be for real. Think about how long they go. 1800s. Imagine, you think you look so good. I look so good, I'm 20. I look so good, I'm 25. I look so good, I'm 30. I look so good, I'm 40. I'm 45, I'm 50. Oh man, I get 60, I don't look that good. I get 8, I don't look. Imagine if, let's say God did give you, the gift to be up and be woke, alive since the 1800s. You would be 2,000-3,000 years old. Imagine how you would look. So while you're sitting over here so worried about physical appearance, it would be probably smart for somebody to be working on the inside. Feeling on the outside. Oh, I'm so cute. Listen, you can think that you are beautiful, but beauty is within, okay? I've met some of the most beautiful women and just nasty in the inside. Like dog shit nasty. Like just cruel, no morals, no compassion for people. They don't care about nobody. They're just trifling, low down. You would think that, wow, if you weren't cute, if you a dude, you ever met a girl and it's kind of like, man, she's so fine, but she a bitch. Yeah, she a bitch because you're only excusing somebody because of how they look. But then these girls be like, oh my God, he's so sweet, but he's just not my type. So you're gonna stay with this dude who'll do you wrong because he's your type. Be for real. Because you like the outside but not the inside. But what happens when the outside is gone? Let's say you do want to be long-term with somebody and there's no substance in the inside. This is how people end up being with each other in unhappy marriage relationships. You'll be with somebody 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and because you're just so invested, you feel stuck. You liked them when you was in your 20s, they was so fine. But now, everything they do get on your nerve. You constantly arguing. Ooh, you hate him. Y'all can barely sit around each other. Why did y'all get married? Oh, you got married because at that time, he looked fine, I looked fine. And I didn't really think that we were going to actually look older. But if you actually like somebody for what's inside of them and who they are, then it would make more sense that as they got older, it's like fine wine. As the time passes, a person gets more beautiful when they're working on themselves. Trust me. And I think I could meet somebody, and if you really have a good head on your shoulders, a good spirit, just, you can feel it. The same way you go somewhere and you like, oh, I just don't like them. Or like you can go somewhere for 2 seconds, you like, oh, she was so cool. I like her. She's a spirit, energy, frequency. That's exactly what you feeling. You ain't feeling nothing else. I go places and you talk to a girl and she's, hey, yeah. But then you meet somebody and you in public and it's just a nasty, rude, just disturbing energy or frequency that's just pulsing through their skin, and they think it's okay. Because in the world we live in, It's okay to be mean. It's okay to be cruel. It's okay to just talk about everybody. It's okay to deal with drama. And I'm just gonna deal with this because I have to. Baby, you ain't gotta do nothing you don't want to do. Point blank, period. I'm trying to tell you. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. If I do anything, it's by choice. It ain't by force, okay? And anybody who thinks otherwise, you need to go talk to God about it. And if you don't believe in God, then that's probably why you think like that. Because if you believe in God, you will comprehend that you don't control anything. If you're somewhere you don't want to be, you pray to God about it, and eventually the pieces will start to unfold. Let me tell you. And a lot of people, you ever met somebody and when they talk, they act like their whole life has just been horrible. They can't see no good in it. Those are people who do not, you may say you believe in God, but you don't. Because there's no way your whole life has been horrible. Everything is about perspective. Because you woke up. That is not a horrible life. You could have died after the first thing happened to you, but you didn't. So that constant complaining is because your mind is trapped to believe you're some victim and that you can't get up and that the world is just beating you up. The world has not done anything that you did not allow it to do. Can I say it for the hoes in the back? The world has not done anything that you have not allowed it to do. When you love and care about yourself, there's certain things that you are going for and you're not. If I go somewhere, if I'm eating, I love a good attitude, a good waiter. You got a nasty attitude or you're not a good waiter? I'm not going to allow you to do anything you don't want to do. I would say, excuse me, can I talk to the manager? Can we get somebody else? Because I want to enjoy my meal. Yes, and do. I'm going to enjoy my meal. I don't care who thinks they're going to stop it. I'm going to enjoy my meal. Whether it's here or somewhere else, just let me know whether I can get another server. Because I just won't tolerate this. So, I am going to go in here and get my picture taken. And I'm going to come back. Talk about a good day, y'all. It is 46 degrees and sunny. Ain't God good? He's very good. So, after running my errands, I went to work out. And if you have watched this video this far, I just want to say that I love you guys so much. And I just appreciate your time. And I hope that there was something throughout this video that entertained you or that inspired you or helped you think about something or that just showed you like, yeah, maybe I should be a little bit more grateful in life. But in terms of being grateful, I am so grateful for you guys and just the support. And I appreciate you.